Hey, you. Go ahead and get settled in. And today, we're going to start becoming aware of whether our hearts and minds are being conditioned by desire, aversion, or confusion, or whether our hearts and minds are free of these states. And our intention here is to cultivate wisdom. We want to see and to know for ourselves which of these mind states lead us and others to peace and happiness, and which mind states lead to suffering. One way to practice this, which I found to be very useful, comes from the Burmese teacher, Sayadaw U Tejaniya, who suggests asking frequently throughout your sitting, or even your day, what is the attitude in the mind right now? Is there desire or clinging? Some kind of leaning forward or reaching? Is there any grasping in the mind? Is there any aversion, any anger or hatred, a pushing away, some kind of resistance to the present moment's experience? Is the mind cloudy, deluded, or confused? Or is the mind open, flowing, bright, and clear in this moment? Now, when we ask these questions, remember, our goal with this practice isn't to change our state of mind. It's to notice how the mind is in this moment without reacting to it. We merely want to open to our minds. We want to become interested in them as a matter of direct experience. All right, let's go ahead and begin by opening awareness to the body and body posture. Open to the body breathing, just allowing breathing to happen all on its own. Open to sounds, just noticing how effortlessly each sound is known. And whenever a bodily sensation or a sound becomes predominant, let that become the object of awareness. Open to it. Note whether it's pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Watch how it changes. And then pay attention to where it goes. Ask yourself, what is the attitude in the mind right now? Is there wanting or expectation? Is the mind reaching for something? Is it leaning forward? Is there resistance or aversion to what's arising? Is there any agitation toward your experience? Is the mind cloudy and confused in this moment? Or is the mind bright and vivid, open and receptive, and flowing smoothly? If you find that you've become distracted, no worries. Just note the thought and explore whether it's left any trace of desire, aversion, or confusion in the mind. And then watch what happens to it. Where does the thought go? Again, remain open and aware of any predominant feeling tones. And when a pleasant feeling arises, ask the question, what is the attitude in the mind? Is there clinging to the pleasant feeling? Or is there the simple, raw experience of it? When an unpleasant feeling arises, ask the question, what is the attitude in the mind? Is there aversion or resistance? A contraction or tightness in the mind and body? Or is there an openness and receptivity to the feeling? Are you able to stay interested in it without being distracted by it? Without identifying yourself with it? Again, remember, we're not trying to change anything here. We're just trying to notice whatever is arising without judgment and without reacting to it. Are there any neutral feelings arising? Perhaps with the breath or in relation to the space in the room? Check the attitude in the mind. Does it get lost or spaced out in the absence of any strong feelings? Or does the mind stay open to and interested in whatever neutral feelings are arising? In the last minute of the session, just begin again. Well, thank you for practicing. As you go about your day today, see if you can remember to check in occasionally to notice whether there are any mind states coloring your awareness. Perhaps set a timer for every hour or two to remind you to ask, what is the attitude in the mind right now? And I'll see you back here tomorrow.